start a brewery.
This is episode 3 and it's been a while since we've posted just because we've been so busy with the lead up to Christmas, but we just want to update you where we're up to at the moment. Got to look into the lens because I'm looking at myself.
No, don't do that. Look into the lens. Alright. So we're up to...
Our DA was approved. Took a while.
Took what, 121 days. Apparently they got a 40-day clause. It's going to take 40 days for a DA to be approved. But anyway, 121, 122 days.
Something like that. Other good news is our license is approved. Our liquor license. So
Producer wholesaler.
Producer wholesaler liquor license finally approved.
Done. When was that?
Yeah.
Last
That came
week.
through yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Day is it?
2 days ago.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
That's
Something
good.
else we can tick the box.
And I think we should tell everyone that set a date in your head that you want to be open and produce, and then add 6 months to it with all the red
Or
tape.
longer.
Yeah, or longer. So we're not going to be open for Christmas, unfortunately, which doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't, and we don't want to rush it either. Like, we want it to
Want
be
to get it right.
yeah, get it set up properly and not rush it. Because in the long run, it's going to be better for us to have it set up step by step perfectly.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely, we started, you know, thinking about doing this sort of stuff in May, and now it's December. So.
And then everyone goes on holidays too, like all councillors. So council goes to shit. The private certifier goes away too. Has a couple of weeks off, so we're pretty well done now until the new year.
We had hoped to have cans and stuff on shelves in bottle shops, but this is not not going to happen. Like we can't. We should have booked in months ago to do like.
Yeah, but the thing is, which we're going to try and help everyone else out with, is you don't know what's next. We thought, all right, DA, yeah, sweet, approved, and now there's 12 conditions on the DA, including health to go through the whole building that we've rented. Every crack.
Food, health and safety.
Yeah. Every crack filled up with silicone.
We need a waste management plan.
Yeah.
And a water plan.
Water plan, and also a sewage treatment works. Basically, so we have a resting tank before it goes into the sewer, so all the chemicals and solids will settle and that gets pumped out. But yeah, we can nearly do an episode on all that.
But the brew system that Sam's got is what you think that's pretty close to being able to be used.
Yeah, it's
to a
pretty
certain
close.
degree.
Yeah.
We can show the cans. You've got the cans here. If you follow us on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen us kill this, like overkill. On.
Let's talk about how we. Hold on. How they came about. And I love you, Rick.
So these are the can designs. We've got Iwataki IPA, a Cosmos IPA,
Pilot New England IPA, and XPA, which has got old Coop, our lab on it, and he loves to drink beer. So we might have one of these, eh?
Yeah. I'm gonna have a Pilot.
Yeah, cheers. Alright, so when it comes to canning, the tips that we can give you are don't waste your money on a can seaming machine.
From?
China.
Alibaba?
Yeah, it's from China.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was roughly about $1,800, and it's basically an anchor. It's a piece of shit. It doesn't seal right.
It needs to be within, what, tenth of a millimetre.
If you can have a look at this can, if it'll zoom in on
Move
it.
it out a bit.
Well,
Let it focus on that. Move your head.
No, stop that. You can't see that, we won't worry about that. So it's got, it does things like walling, dissolved oxygen, like it just doesn't work.
And I also had planned to send out promotion packs to our followers on Instagram that do beer reviews.
Which is going to happen.
It will happen, yeah. I did think, we did think that we would be be able to send them out before Christmas. But this isn't going to really happen until New Year's.
Yeah.
After New Year's.
After New Year's, but we'll get them out.
Yeah.
The other thing with the with the can sealer, don't waste your money unless you've got 50 grand to waste on a can sealing machine. Also the labeler we spent, we got an automatic labeler which was like $1,500. So basically we wasted about, I don't know, 3 grand, 3.5 grand maybe on equipment that
we hoped to be able to use.
yeah, but it doesn't work. It's not good enough. You can't put it on the shelves.
No, but it's the man hours it would have taken to seal, to fill one of the, or to label one of these, and
fill it,
and fill it, and then seam it, just on a single machine.
Yeah. So we went and had a meeting with East Coast Canning, and depending on Chris, great bloke, lovely bloke. Had a look at the
mad beard, his beard.
He had a look at that piece of shit seamer that we've got and tried to make it work for us, but at the end of the day it's never going to work.
And we don't want beer to go out on the shelves and to people that are, you know,
it's going to go off.
Yeah, it's the first,
you can't do it.
Yeah, it's the first impressions, you know. If someone takes a 6-pack of a can home and it's flat, like, that doesn't look good for business.
Yeah. Alright, so we wasted 3 grand there. Basically we could have filled our first batch of cans for what we wasted there. So don't, unless you've got 50 grand to spend on a machine, don't bother. Just,
yeah, but if you're doing a brewery on a budget like we are, then take our advice and we'll try and find someone.
Just use
like
East Coast, ring East Coast.
They do it mobile.
Google. Yeah, they'll come out and just drain your tanks. Apparently they do 1,000 in half an hour, did you say?
I think so.
Yeah,
and
don't quote me on those numbers, but you couldn't do it physically yourself for what they charge per unit, and it all depends on volume obviously as well. But give those guys a call.
You want to get it out on the shelves as soon as possible. You don't want to be sitting there labelling one by one.
Nah.
Can sealing one by one.
You got to sleep at some stage.
Yeah.
After that, we did can design, which Claire worked with a great artist.
Yep. So yeah. So I found with Halley labels that we hired to make the labels, they have in-house artists and, I don't know, subcontractors that do artwork, but it could be upwards of like maybe $850 per label or something.
Yeah,
was it, or more?
No, it was 178 an hour plus GST, so
yeah,
good hourly rate.
So I did some research and found an illustrator who, One Penny Designs, who I really liked her artwork, and she sells some stuff on Etsy. So I reached out to her and she was happy for me to send through some mood boards. So what I did was, or what Sam and I did, was sit down and talk about what sort of things we wanted on there.
Yeah.
And I went onto Pinterest and I found a whole heap of different illustrations and sort of the ideas of like what I wanted, what we wanted on our labels. And yeah, that took a few months as well. And so the illustrator did the basic, well, it was not basic, but those types of illustrations of the drawings, and then after that we sent them to one of the subcontractors to Halley Labels, and they put in all of the metallic and just added the extra like background
finished
sort of
them
stuff.
off pretty much.
Finished them off, and like we decided where to put the logo, the can blurbs that I did, addresses and alcohol content and that, all that sort of stuff.
We got labels printed from Halley, which were roughly $12.50 plus GST 1,000 per 1,000. Then we bought the cans, which when we
got
used
a pallet, which was 6,618.
Yeah. So this is when we were originally going to fill them ourselves, but Chris was nice enough to suggest that he'll put that into his stock. And then we'll use them up and pay what we pay, and then after that we'll just supply our labels to them. They'll supply the cans.
Did it work out to be only 6 cents more than what it would cost us to do it?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
So far on the cans, it's been a lot.
Yeah, but the can design's a big deal. I think like there's a lot of craft beer around now.
We've had some really great feedback so far.
You want to stand out on the shelf, for sure. We'd try and give you figures as much as we can, rough figures, just so you know what you're up for. Probably could have done it cheaper, but
I pushed Sam. He just didn't want to do anything creative. Yeah, he was like, no, I'm not spending that amount of money, and I said, well, I think it's really really important to, one, stand out, two, look good, and actually feel nice as well. They've got like a matte finish on them.
Yeah, they're nice.
But yeah, basically to get it to this stage, probably about another, it took about 4 months from the beginning.
Yeah. So we've got clips as well. So we're going to do 6-packs because everyone feels gypped when they get a 4-pack. But we're also going to...
4 might not be enough, but I think
6
5 will catch you.
You might have one left. 5 will be
You'll
enough.
have one left and you'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
it killed me.
Yeah.
I can't drink anymore. I'm never drinking those again.
Never drink them again. It's their whole business. But the 4-pack, don't. The 4-pack are for like a what we're going to call a paddle.
Hipster.
A little hipster paddle. So you can get a 4-pack, but
a variety pack. We think doing a variety pack, just so that
we're
when
going to call it a paddle.
Yeah, a paddle. So when we launch these and they go out,
Yeah.
we want to have a 4-pack which has one in each, one of each in this.
Yeah.
So then you can test it out.
Yeah,
see
see
which
what
one
you want,
is
and then you
your
buy it in a
flavour.
6-pack, or I'm sure they'll do a carton price per 6-pack.
Yeah.
That'll
The other
depend
thing
on the
too
bottle
is
shop.
like I feel like people say, oh, I'm not sure about that one after they've had one sip, and I don't think you can really determine if you like a drink after one sip, especially women that say that don't like beer. I feel like just give it a chance, have a few more sips. Sometimes, like, which beer was it? Yeah, which beer was it that you said tastes better as it got warmer? Was that the Cosmos?
Yeah, it was the XPA.
XPA. So you got to give it a chance. Like people that like come over here, like my dad, my brother, they drink VB and what do you drink? Usually? Anything. Have been a bit wary of like craft beers.
Yeah, you should have said that.
Been a bit wary of craft beers, but their palates change. The more you sort of drink it, the more you like the flavours of it. So you just need to give it a chance.
You get addicted to hops, and then you're on.
Yeah.
It's all over there.
What else? How much were these? Like how many?
26 cents each
26
for the 4. They may have been 30, 29 or something like that.
It goes to show like how much effort and money goes into making a 4-pack. Like that's 26 cents. That label is cost $1,000.
Yeah, that one did. That one cost fucking $6,000 until we sell one, and then they'll come down in price. And
that's why we don't complain when we buy craft beer, because we know, like, especially the ones with the stickers on them.
Yeah.
We know how much effort,
time, craft beer,
blood, sweat and tears go into trying to create something different, and
but some that actually taste good that you want to pay for.
Yeah.
That's why you don't mind paying a bit extra. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers from Flaming Glove Brewing Co.
Flaming good beer.
Like and subscribe, ring the bell. See you next time. Cheers. That'll do.